Hey guys, it's me, Mario, and today we're going to continue Beast Quest, Claw the Giant Monkey. Chapter 8, Ferno Returns. How's everyone doing today? Excuse me a sec. That was bothering me. Alright, Chapter 8. Ferno's Return. Ferno returns. Tom seized his shield from Elena and quickly rubbed the dragon's scale set deep into its surface. He felt a rush of exhilaration when he heard Furnace's roar. It filled the air with heat. The sky above the jungle simmered. Creatures in the darkness of the jungle shrieked in fear and fled. The mighty dragon of Eventia soared above over the jungle canopy, creating a ring of fire on top of the branches of the nearby trees. His black leathery wings beating hard, his eyes glowing red in his coal-black face. Exhilarated at the sight of their old friend, Elena and Tom clung together and watched as smoke began to fill the already stifling jungle. Stifling. Oh. The air darkened. Branches crackled, trees exploded. Claw was being smoked out. The beast screamed his defiance at the dragon. He swung from a branch with one massive arm and beat his chest with the other. But it was a useless display. Ferno swooped again. The blazing fires gleamed on his polished scales. Claw bellowed and fled through the canopy. Ferno blew above the giant monkey, following his progress through the branches. The dragon's tail struck the trees and brought them crashing down in the giant monkey's path. Screeching parrots fluttered into the air, their vivid colors stalled by the smoke. Everywhere the tops of the trees were burning. "Go, Ferno!" Elena screamed. Tom wailed the dragon on with all his heart. Claw couldn't fight much longer. The beast was struggling for breath, his chest heavy as he held his great curved claws out over his head, baiting uselessly at the smoke. It was everywhere, curling and bellowing through the sky. The only place that remained smoke-free was the jungle floor. In desperation, Claw dropped to the ground, snarling. As soon as the beast landed, Tom struck his sword, slashing, his shield protecting his head. Claw stumbled, trying to get away, but his clawed feet weren't quick enough. Tom gave chase. Leaping through the undergrowth, the beast hobbled pitifully. Stumbling and groaning, Elena unleashed a volley of arrows. Claw howled in pain. "Go, Silver!" she shouted. The wolf nipped at the beast's legs in a while of silver fur, and Storm joined the fight, his hoofs sharp and deadly. With the help of his friends, Tom closed the gap between himself and the beast. Claw was cornered. The giant monkey curled back his horrible lips. The sight of his putrid yellow fangs was terrifying. Tom thrusted hard with his sword, aiming for the clasp on the golden chainmail, which still hung around the beast's neck. he had to get it, whatever it took. But Claw was not helpless after all. The giant clawed tail slashed through the air and flicked him away. Tom tried again, and again the beast's tail knocked him away. No matter how Tom approached, he could not reach the chainmail with his sword. Desperate to distract the giant monkey, Tom whistled sharply for Storm. As the stallion crashed through the foliage, Claw reared back and Tom ceased his chase. He raced up close, moving his shield to his back, and leaped onto a nearby branch to raise himself to the level of the beast's neck. Then in the blink of an eye, he slid the tip of his sword into the chainmail's clasp and pulled it half open. Then the giant monkey's eyes flickered back to Tom, and he lunged forward, wrapping his tail around Tom's waist. Tom stared with panic into the beast's foul face as he himself being lifted into the air, his feet dangling above the ground. The tail's grip grew tighter as Tom struggled. He could feel his insides being crushed. His sword arm was pinned to his side, the weapon useless. The beast prepared to leap once again into the few remaining trees that weren't yet burning. "No!" Tom bellowed. Tom bellowed helplessly. Then he heard Storm whining, a high-pitched challenge, and turned to Elena, galloping towards him on the black stallion, a splintered tree branch in her hand. She aimed the sharp tip of the branch at Claw, and hurled it like a javelin. It crashed into the half-open clasp on the chainmail, and loosened it still further. Claw's grip slackened, and Tom crashed back onto the jungle floor, gulping deep breaths. There was no time to check for injuries. Every second counted. Claw had dropped from the trees again, screaming at Tom. The hideous beast's tail whipped through the air. "Ferno!" Tom shouted in desperation, holding his shield above his head. The huge scaly head of the fire dragon darted down through the trees. Tom caught a glimpse of a blood-red eye. A jet of fire plumbed through Ferno's mouth, bounced off the shield, and hurled towards Claw. Like lightning, the giant monkey pulled back its tail and leaped back, gibbering in fear, as Ferno's flames consumed the ground in front of him. All around, the trees were burning fiercely. The shield protected Tom from heat, but he and his friends would soon be choked by the smoke. "Again, Ferno!" Tom called as his eyes stung and watered in the thick gray air. Ferno roared, and there was another jet of bright flame. Elena screamed. Tom almost fell backwards as he felt the force of the hurtle into the shield and changed direction, straight towards the beast. And that was chapter 8. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this reading of the battle. And I hope I will see you in chapter 9. This book gets easier and easier to read. And even harder for me to start the video for some odd reason. Before this video started, I was hesitating to start it for some odd reason. Maybe it's because I haven't done it in a while or something like that. I don't really know. Ugh. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this read through Beast Quest. I hope I will see you in the next chapter. Victory. Next week is going to be a short chapters. Actually, next Thursday. Next Thursday is going to be a short chapter. This Thursday, I'm going to upload another 2 videos. Hopefully. Hopefully I can upload 4 videos a week instead of only 2. It should work out. If not, oh well. It is almost Christmas, so happy holidays, everyone. Woo! Christmas is almost upon us. I love the holidays. It's so nice to, spend time with family and all that. Then again, I live with my family, so. Then again, I live with my brother and my other 2 sisters and my mom, stepdad. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope I will see you in the next one. Comment, subscribe, hit the bell, all the good stuff that you should be doing. You can, but I don't know why you should. Alright, see you guys in the next video. This is going to be the Skrill of the Great Dragon Book, so bye bye.